pivotal Week 7 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground, and right away he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap, but now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense, and how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Running right through him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back to throw now on first down.
Into a sea of defenders, unintercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Fielded just inside the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Check pass, check pass.
On play action, they'll throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Allen. He's got Smith here. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is up to 5. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Panthers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Throwing on first down is Allen. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this a spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun now on third down.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs have regained the lead.
Fake it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
1:53 remaining in this first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And one more time, that's Watkins.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw on target to Godwin here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And again it's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here in what we saw to be a very competitive first half. 8-7, just a one-point game at intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback. And
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A
58 yards.
And the Bucs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Buccaneers 15, Panthers 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Hey, hold. 5 wide. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire from 8 yards out. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 22, Panthers 7. Chris Boswell sets to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's the Panthers punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
No, Reed. No.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go,
The
now.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check that. Street. Check.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey McBride, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Bearcats remain at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. This one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to look deep for more. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Half 85, half 85.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He's gonna float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bucs are gonna take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the tight end goes in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bucs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Panthers 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Ihmir Smith-Marsette now from his end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Allen off the play fake. Looking downfield for Godwin.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Their catch, their gain of 25-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Floating one incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
56, 56.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Alert! Stop.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.